Tom, Adrienne, welcome to the stage. We're going to talk about mainly about the couple of movies you guys did. I prepared a couple of questions, but if the audience has questions too, they can jump in and ask. If they have problems with English, I can translate back and forth, okay? So, I did a little bit of research and I found out that you guys actually acted together in 4 different movies. Yes, that's correct.
Yes.
Did you develop a friendship over that?
Yes.
Okay.
we were friends before we ever made any movies together.
Okay.
Yeah, we've been friends for a long time, for I don't want to say how many years, but since we were children. And
Okay.
Grew up together in San Jose,
Yeah.
Fresno, and collected raisins out of the harvest at the summertime. Here you go.
I think we met in 1976.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Tom was dating a friend of mine,
Okay.
and
Oh, it's a Thanksgiving dinner?
she brought him to Thanksgiving, and it took so long for the turkey to cook that he went out and got a pizza.
Yeah.
And that was the first time I met you, I think. And then, correct me if I'm wrong, but did I introduce you to John?
Yes.
And then you went from there.
Yeah. Yeah, I met John. Adrienne and I have been in 4 films together.
Yes.
And we have never been on screen together
Okay.
in any of the 4 films. And hopefully, that's not going to change in the next movie we make.
But we may be making another movie together.
Oh, really?
My second vampire novel is hopefully coming to the screen in
Okay.
2017.
Nice.
And I get to write it, so I wrote Tommy a big, well, Tommy gets to play himself.
Okay.
He's
Nice.
in the movie, he's in the book, and
Yeah.
but we won't be together.
And I get to say the word jamoke.
Yes.
What does that mean?
Which they're not gonna.
One of my favorite words, and unfortunately you won't know it at all.
Okay. If you had to pick one of the Carpenter movies you guys acted together in, which one would be your favorite?
That we were in
And
together.
I like The Fog.
Okay.
Yeah, The Fog was wonderful. We had a wonderful time making that in just the most beautiful part of the United States, up north of San Francisco and out in the water. And we shot in Bodega Bay, where Alfred Hitchcock shot The Birds, and Inverness and Point Reyes Light. Oh my God, that was just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And we had a wonderful time because we were kind of up away from LA and away from all the hustle bustle of the town. It was great to work on that. And yeah, I really enjoyed that.
Okay.
Of the 4 that we've done together, I would say The Fog too.
Okay.
It was, it was early in John's career,
Yes.
and he had a group of people, his crew, that he loved working with, and we
Yes.
were all like a family. It was
Okay.
all,
That's
it
nice.
was a family. Of all of John's films,
Yes.
my favorite though, because I'm not a big horror fan,
Yeah.
is Starman.
What's that?
Starman.
Oh, okay. Star.
Me too. Oh yeah, by far.
Okay.
I think Starman is the best film John ever made. Yeah.
Okay.
Great.
Oh, that's good. Well, you just say that you're not actually a big horror fan. How about you, Tom?
I used to be a big horror fan. I am not a current horror fan. I don't like Saw and Chainsaw Massacre and the Hill. I love the movies we made in the 80s. They were good stories, they had good characters. You could care about the characters and root for them and hope that they got out alive. But the new ones that are just relentless gore, and I don't care about anybody in them, and when they die, I don't care that they're gone.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know them, so I don't miss them.
It's just about the body count, yeah.
My favorite horror film sci-fi film from years and years ago was a film that John made called The Thing. Not his version, but the original version is my favorite.
Okay.
From 51, The Thing from Another World.
Yes.
Howard Hawks.
Okay.
It's great.
Yeah, that's a great movie. Talking about John, how is he as a director? Is he like a hard ass, if I may say so, or is he like calm down and what is he
no,
like?
he's wonderful. He keeps a very happy, gentle set.
Okay.
I knew him first as a director. He hired me to do a TV movie called Someone's Watching Me.
Okay.
And it was, well, I had done other television films. I had not done features
Okay.
at all. I played the first lesbian, I think, on television.
Oh, okay.
Back in whatever, 1978.
Yeah.
And we did the very first scene. I had come from stage and television, but even most of the television I had done was filmed like a stage play,
Okay.
situation comedy.
Yes.
And we did the very first scene, and John came up to me and he said, "That was great, do less." And I said, "What?" He said, "Do less." And it was like the proverbial light bulb goes off, and
Okay.
all of a sudden I thought, oh my gosh, now I understand what I need to do if I'm acting for the big screen.
Yes.
So I immediately,
Let the camera.
yes,
Okay,
yes. So
okay.
I immediately trusted him.
Yes.
And, you know, but in terms of being on the set, not a hard ass at all.
Okay.
He didn't like it. He didn't like people who improvised. He's not a Rob Zombie director.
Yeah.
No improvisation, but
Okay. Tom, I got a question for you. A lot of times in movies like that, you act like, as a police officer. Is that because you actually started when you had your first role and you were a police officer? Was that like that somebody said, okay, he's doing it so good, now we always hiring for that?
I think LA, Hollywood is always like that. And if you ever, Steve Edwards, a guy, a daytime talk show host out there years ago, introduced me onto his show one time as, now here's a guy with a face like a fist, Tom Atkins. And I thought, I never considered that I had a face like a fist. But my first role in any movie was a rookie cop in The Detective with Frank Sinatra.
Yes.
1967. And I played many cops after that. And I enjoy playing them. And I always liked them. It's either a cop or a bad guy, and nobody ever hired me to be a brain surgeon or a psychiatrist. But I really, one of the greatest compliments I ever got was coming out of a restaurant in Pittsburgh into the parking lot, and it was in the afternoon. I picked up a sandwich to take home for me and my wife, and 3 guys walked over me, sweatshirts and jeans, and kind of rugged guys. And the guy said, "Are you a cop?" And I said, "No, I'm an old actor. I've played many cops." But he said, No, we know you're an old actor. Were you a cop before you started acting?" And I thought, wow, because you play cops great, the guys.
Okay.
And they were all retired Allegheny County detectives.
Yeah. Okay. Adrienne, if I may ask, it's no secret you were married to John once. Are you guys still in good terms?
yes, we are. Yes,
Okay.
we are. I hope everybody's coming to see the concert tonight.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, we have a son together.
Yes, and he will be there too?
Cody's he's in the band.
Okay.
He's in the band. John would be lost without him, I think.
Yes.
He's playing the synth.
The keyboard?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I also heard that you're actually a writer.
Yes.
Yes, can you tell us something about that?
Well, I came by this very unexpectedly. And very late in life, I was in my early 50s when, through a series of rather strange psychic events, I ended up attending a writing class.
Okay.
And started writing little stories about making Escape, or making The Fog, or making these low-budget horror films in Moscow, you know, in the middle of an attempted coup and things like that. Things that I thought might be funny to other people.
Okay.
And after about 6 months of doing these homework assignments, the teacher said, you should get an agent because you've got a memoir here.
Okay.
So my memoir came out in 2006, I think. It's called There Are Worse Things I Could Do, because I was the original Rizzo in the Broadway production of Grease, and that's the song that she sings in the second act.
yeah.
And it became a bestseller, and then that led to me getting a contract to write a series of vampire novels about a scream queen who's a vampire and who is the head of the vampires of Hollywood. Most of her clan are A-list Hollywood actors like Orson Welles and you know, Robert Downey Jr. and so it's sort of a fun detective romance vampire novel series. So that's what I do when I'm not acting.
Yes, okay. Hat einer von euch dann Fragen an die beiden? Ja?
Schön laut reingehen.
Hello. What do you think about the remake of Escape from New York?
Oh, what do we think about the remake of Escape from New York?
Yeah.
Hopefully it'll never get made.
Yeah, I didn't
Well, they've been talking about it for years, and I think at one point Gerard Depardieu or no, Gerard Butler, right? Gerard Butler was slated, and but but I don't think there's anything definite.
Okay. But what would happen when they offer you a part in the movie, in the remake?
Du musst ein bisschen lauter reden.
What would happen if they offer you a part in the remake?
What would happen if they offered you a part in the remake?
Well, I would have to take a look at the whole script, see who was directing it, and see who wrote it, and then I would decide.
And I would consider it if I were playing the President of the United States.
Okay, great.
Or Secretary of State, somebody else. It's worth kidnapping.
Hat sonst noch jemand eine Frage? Okay.
What would you give an advice to young people?
Advice for young people wanting to be actors.
Oh, to both.
Yeah.
Like an actor and normal life.
We heard the first part, I couldn't hear the second part.
Oh, he wanted to know if you can give people an advice that want to start acting, but also young people in general, you know?
Vote. If you're in Los Angeles, if you're in California, in the States, vote.
Well, if you're in the States, yeah. If you're an American, go vote. Jeez, please. Vote.
But
Advice for young actors?
Yes.
I don't have a clue. Honest to God. I don't think I ever did. I used to think that acting on the stage was a great way to lead into movies and television. But I don't think it matters anymore if you have a face and you have the money and can afford to just go to LA and get into it. And good luck trying to find an agent. That's 10 times harder than it ever was when I was starting. You can't even talk to an agent out there now unless you already have professional credits. And you think, how can you do that? If you don't have an agent to get you the job, it's crazy. Yeah, seriously, for young people, I would consider an alternative career. Computer engineering or something like that.
However, I think if you are young people in Europe, I don't know so much about Germany, but I know I have actor friends in the United States who are American who have gotten agents because they have gone in with a British accent because there is such a desire on the part of American producers and directors to hire European actors who have, you know, who can act, who have credits here. Just in terms of general wanting to be an actor, if you want to be a good actor, then you find places where you can hone your craft, where you can, you know, become an actor, whether it's school or a community theater or a short film that a friend is doing. You need to learn how to act. Now, if you're in the States and you want to be an actor, then you just start an Instagram app or Snapchat or Twitter, and if you've got, you know, 2 million followers, then it doesn't matter if you can act. They're going to hire you. Unfortunately, social media has had a huge impact on the business in the States.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's here, but you know, that's casting directors now.
You mean I should get on Facebook?
It may be too late for you.
Yeah.
Casting directors now, Tom, they'll look at 2 people, and the first question they ask is, how many Twitter followers do they have?
You're kidding me.
No, I'm not kidding you. Oh my God. I was at a
Jesus,
I was
Mary and Joseph.
I was at a convention. I was at a convention maybe 8 or 9 years ago, and there was a young girl who had a table down the way, and she had a line that just went on forever. I said, "Who is that?" Oh, and I don't even remember her name, but she had created a web series, and she had so many followers that now she had just gotten an offer from one of the big sci-fi series, because if she has 2 million followers and she says, I'm guesting on the Twilight Zone tomorrow, 2 million people are assured to be watching her.
Yeah.
So the casting directors, it's
The fan base is already built.
yeah, there's the fan base, and they're looking at that. So it's discouraging when you're talking about talent, you know, because we have so many Kardashians who are, you know.
Unfortunately, yes.
What can they do?
Promotion. They know how to promote themselves. Unfortunately, that's.
I think it's all too late for me. I'm past.
Hat sonst noch einer eine Frage?
Muss schön laut machen.
You're so successful actors, writers. Are there any unfulfilled dreams you have?
On my website, about a year and a half ago, in my bio, it said, you know, pretty much all that's left is to be a circus performer or a voiceover artist, I think. And then I ended up doing the musical version of Pippin, where I was hanging from a trapeze and singing upside down. So that one's gone.
And now you do voiceover.
And now I do voiceovers. I think being a disc jockey would be a great job because you don't have to put on makeup and you don't have to put on clothes. And you know, you can just sit in a room and listen to music that you love. So, but is there anything else I'd really love to do? I love what I'm doing. I just like to keep on doing it, you know? Yeah. I mean, I'd love to play another badass. I don't think anybody's going to hire me at this age, but you never know.
No, you know, I don't have any unfulfilled. I've done everything I've wanted to do, and if anybody wants to hire me to do another one, and I like it, I'll do it. And if I don't like it, I won't do it. And I do a lot of stage work still, and one of the one of the guys at the Pittsburgh Public Theater, where I work a lot, and I live in the Pittsburgh area of Pennsylvania, and he said, well, when are we going to see your Lear? When are you going to do Lear? And I said, King Lear, a Shakespeare play, and every actor supposedly wants to do that, but I think maybe there was a time where I might like to have done Lear, but now I could care less. The best English actor alive, in my opinion, today is Mark Rylance, who won for supporting actor in a Tom Hanks film last year. He is the most incredible stage actor I've ever seen. I've seen him 3 times in Pittsburgh, doing Hamlet, Measure for Measure, and Midsummer Night's Dream. And he is just, he speaks Shakespeare as if Shakespeare wrote the words for him the night before you see him do it. I've never experienced anything like it in my life. So when anybody says, when are we going to see your Lear? I said, wait and go see Mark Rylance's Lear. Okay.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, the time is already over, but thank you so much for sharing those great stories with us. Nochmal einen ganz dicken Applaus für die beiden, bitte.